Go out the way just to help my position.
Out this world productions.
Go out the way just to help my position. When I was broke, I just knew I would get it. That hate shit you want ain't no good for my spirit. It is what it is, I got tired of forgiving. Mouth full of ghost crackers smiling and glisten. Out with the old, my phone jumping this Wednesday. Knew I was special, just needed a listen. Lift up a latch and detaching the ceiling. Super Dushani, the motherfucking greatest. This my new rental, don't care, I drag racing. In your apartment, I'm popping the latest. Started finessing, so that's how we played it. Stepped envelopes, got it right on my brothers. No competition, we shine with each other. So many nights had my mind in the gutter. Mama told me like, boy, keep it together. Link with a big booty freak, it's whatever. Bet like a ring, we ain't cutting, we wrestle. Call my connect, need a package of pressure. Mind on my money, you know how I'm stepping. Took your advice, but I really ain't need it. You in my presence, 1K, how you keep it? Act like a star so they don't treat me basic. Bills late, niggas start getting creative. Go out the way just to help my position. When I was broke, I just knew I would get it. That hate shit you want ain't no good for my spirit. It is what it is, I got tired of forgiving. Mouth full of ghost crackers smiling and glisten. Out with the old, my phone jumping this Wednesday. Knew I was special, just needed a listen. Lift up a latch and detaching the ceiling. Super Dushani, the motherfucking greatest. This my new rental, don't care, I drag racing. In your apartment, I'm popping the latest. Started finessing, so that's how we played it. I'm detaching the ceiling. I'm full of ghosts while it's shining and glisten. Talking my language, I'm tired of forgiving. Mouth full of ghost crackers smiling and glisten. Out with the old, my phone jumping this Wednesday. Go out the way. Open the distance, it's what it is, I got tired of forgiving. It is what it is, I get it in a minute. I'll call you back in a minute. Too busy chasing blue Benji. Don't even post it. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. Where you going? Where you going? Son. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep me some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my niggas downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep me some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my bodies downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. Should be bad like in no time. Hit a C like it's go time. My bitches in the game like the old line. Hey, and when I come down, you get no shine. Scissors on the backseat like a little kid. Tub been gone for a little minute. Ain't back and forth, I just post a pic with a bankroll, pounds in the mix. I can't parking like pimp. Hey, serving coffee shop him. Hey, got you walking around still. Hey, I'll let cash on him. Then put a bag on the cracker, but you put a bag on him. Hey, for black on black violence. Hey, let's go smash on them. I just paid my rent late. On the block, none Kimbe. Chopper got a little shake. Hit the jerk like Ben J. Money calling me today. I'ma pick up every time. Bro just brought a whole bottle. Gon' distribute every line. Shawty came with her ass like the city had dying. Wi-Fi around the trap. This shit like a airline. Shawty came with her ass like the city had dying. Wi-Fi around the trap. This shit like a airline. She got a nigga but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep him some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my niggas downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. She got a nigga but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep him some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my bodies downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. Gotta get up and get up and get up and get it. You working that job or you stuck in the trenches. Cash to be made, so who out here tripping? My cellular phone got a damn chip in it. Where you gonna sign for 30 balls? Still in the trap with dirty clothes. You can be different, work my phones. You can be dead and work alone. Don't even post it. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. Where you going? Where you going? Son. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep him some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my niggas downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep him some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my bodies downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. She'll be bad like in no time. Hit her seat like it's go time. My bitches in the game like the old line. Hey, and when I come down, you get no shine. Scissors on the backseat like a little kid. Tub been gone for a little minute. Ain't back and forth, I just post a pic with a bankroll, pounds in the mix. I can't parking like pimp. Hey, serving coffee shop him. Hey, got you walking around still. Hey, I'll let cash on him. Then put a bag on the cracker, but you put a bag on him. Hey, for black on black violence. Hey, let's go smash on them. I just paid my rent late. On the block, none Kimbe. Chopper got a little shake. Hit the jerk like Ben J. Money calling me today. I'ma pick up every time. Bro just brought a whole bottle. Gon' distribute every line. Shawty came with her ass like the city had dying. Wi-Fi around the trap. This shit like a airline. Shawty came with her ass like the city had dying. Wi-Fi around the trap. This shit like a airline. She got a nigga but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep him some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my niggas downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. She got a nigga but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep him some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my bodies downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. Gotta get up and get up and get up and get it. You working that job or you stuck in the trenches. Cash to be made, so who out here tripping? My cellular phone got a damn chip in it. Where you gonna sign for 30 balls? Still in the trap with dirty clothes. You can be different, work my phones. You can be dead and work alone.
Hey, say my album is dropping in 4 days, gang. My album is dropping in 4 days, gang. And I had dropped this song probably by like last month sometime. Let's hit it.
Don't even post this She got a nigga but don't even post it.
She got a nigga but don't even post
She got a nigga but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas know Suda will give me some motion. Put a play on the play on the play. Put a bay on the bay on the bay. Screaming free out my body's a state. Screaming free out my niggas got time too. I be high so making LeBron move. She got a nigga but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas know Suda will give me some motion. Put a play on the play on the play. Put a bay on the bay on the bay. Screaming free out my body's a state. Screaming free out my body's got time too. I be high so making LeBron moves. Shit be bad like in no time. Hit a C like it's go time. Bitches in the game like the old line. Hey, and when I come down, you get no shine. Scissors on the back, she like a little kid. Time been gone for a little minute. Ain't back and forth, I just post a pic with a bankroll, pounds in the mix. I can't pocket like pimp. Hey, serving coffee shop him. Hey, got you walking on still. Hey, I'll let cash on him.
I'll let cash on him.
Alright, we got Uncle in the damn building. We do have Uncle Ausar in the building.
I'm just walking the mill and say, I just want that money today. Showing on them getting it.
Uncle Ausar.
ATEM at top.
Hotel.
Say he came in here jamming on y'all today. Y'all know what it is.
Hey, Uncle Ausar, I'm dropping my album in 4 days. That's the first song on my album right there, man. So I'm gonna be doing a little leading up to it. But that's how we coming, you know. Oh, goddamn. Hold up. Okay, I see the Heru. Okay, yeah. Okay. Black Egypt in this bitch. Hey, man, all you niggas.
He say, I just want to get paid.
Hey, all you niggas that don't like your skin color, all you niggas that think your history started off as slavery, all you niggas that goddamn is afraid of the cockroach, is afraid of the food stamp line, knowing damn well that's where you come from. All you niggas, change the channel right now. Get the fuck out of here. Hit the door. Hit the damn door. This Black Egypt, Black Allergy at its fucking finest, nigga. We only looking at history through an African lens.
And if you don't respect Ibrahim Toure and you ain't giving props today, get lost. Get lost. Because you're already lost. We'll just hide you. That's all. That's what we telling them. Let's get to it, man. Let's give them what they want today. See, the problem is you're not really reading the book the right way. If you was reading the book the right way, then you will understand it from a Black perspective, an African perspective. But you don't. You want to be this person in the book that ain't designated to you. So let's get to it. Let's get to it, Sean. Let me share my screen. We're gonna share the screen today.
Bible study with Uncle Ausar. Man, let me just say this. I'm watching Uncle Ausar on Sinetta, man, and he started breaking down honor thy mother and honor thy father. This was in what papyrus was this?
That's Ankh Shashank talking to his child.
Ankh Shashank.
Look,
Facts.
we'll pull it up right here, real quick for him, real quick.
Hey, let me say this, Uncle Ausar. So I'm hearing Uncle Ausar bust some Hebrews, you know what I'm saying, heads open. I'm like, man, Uncle Ausar never told me about that one. Uncle Ausar ain't never told me about that one.
Hello?
So yeah, we gonna get this Bible breakdown.
Hey.
All your stories. Some Uncle Ausar is gonna highlight, you know what I'm saying? He got a beautiful presentation. And anytime Uncle Ausar come on the panel, man, you know we learn. So I'm gonna hand the keys over to Uncle Ausar.
This is Ankh Shashank. A lot of this stuff is already in here, man. They just don't know. Your lessons is in here with the real people. You understand? Is my screen showing?
Yes, sir.
Here come my grandson real quick.
All right.
What you got, baby? Let me see that phone. Let me see. Hold on one sec, yo. Yeah. That's your brother. That's your brother. Be nice. Hold on, yo.
You don't need to tell him what to do.
Nice.
He doesn't need to come here. You come here. Leave him alone.
All right. Gonna give OG a minute to get it together. Hey man, say man, like, share, and subscribe to the show. It is going down. We looking at history through an African lens only. Um, Marcus Garvey say, "Don't believe nothing the cracker wrote down." Um, Marcus Garvey said, "Nothing that the cracker can't write African history with no sympathy." That's what Marcus Garvey said, and I think it was maybe it was I can't think of who it was, man. He said, don't oh yeah, my bad. That was Obanga. Obanga said, "Don't believe nothing that the crackers wrote down. Not even what they say about the Dogon." All right, Uncle Saul, you got the flow.
Man, when them babies come, man. Man, right in here, these are the texts of understanding, man. These are your true wisdom texts. You know, all up in here, you'll find more than just that Bible verse in here. Much praise and all that it says in there, but we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. But it's right in here, right in Ankh Shashank. You'll find it. You know, this is where the goodies are at when it comes to the guidance.
Right.
So you won't have to look in other places, you know. Serve your father and mother that you may go and prosper. Examine every matter that you may understand it.
Honor your father and mother so that you may serve your father and mother that you may prosper. Don't that sound like honor your father and mother so your days will not be shortened?
That is
That's
the
just what
same
they.
thing.
Uh-oh.
This is the original. This is the one.
Uh-oh.
And these are the things that they don't know.
Peace to you, Uncle Harold. Peace to you, Uncle Harold.
How you
Big up.
doing today, sir? How's everybody doing?
Peace, brother Harold. How you doing?
I ain't got no complaints, brother. We here to learn something new every day.
So let's go to work. Let's go to work, man. Let's get to it. We start here with Cain and Abel because Cain slays Abel. And when Cain slays Abel, it hurts the heart of his mother Eve. And when it hurts the heart of his mother Eve, you can see right here that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him. Right? So now he's marked. He's marked for killing his brother out of jealousy. But we have to get past that and we need to go to the healing factor for his mother. And so we go down here, Seth and Enosh. It says, and Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son and called his name Seth. For God says she had appointed me another seed instead of Abel. So his name means replacement. And so Seth is the third child of Adam and Eve, isn't he? Funny thing, when it comes to Geb and Newt, Set is their third child as well.
Uh-oh.
Except for he is the C-section. He's not born through the vaginal portion. He rips out of his mother's side. Rips out of his mother's side. And so here is Set here. Rebellious. rebellious. The usurper who murdered and mutilated his brother Asar and persecuted Aset and Nebuchadnezzar. But this is Set. And you'll notice that the people who come around worship those. They worship Set and they worship Pep. And so we see Set like this, they see Set like that. That's first and foremost. And remember, the people that they say are to come to worship Yahweh are the Setians. It's the Setians. And so as you go further in the book, that's exactly what starts to happen. And Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness after his image and called his name Set. And the days of Adam after he had begotten Set were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 900, and Seth lived 105 and begat Enos. And those are the worshipers that are not of African origin and root. This is who you liken yourselves after generally. But this is who we see that as. Just so you understand, right here, Set is the son of Geb, the earth, and Nut, the sky. His siblings are Asar, Aset, and Nebuchadnezzar. He married Nebuchadnezzar and had relationships with the foreign goddess Anat. These are the gods, the Necharu, if you will. Let's go further now that we've got that established. Most of you claim to be from this house. One of the three sons, you claim to be Shem or Japheth, none of which are African. None of which are African. If you were wise, you would look at this son, Ham, Ham, or Kim, who had four sons, Cush, Egypt, Punt, and Canaan.
Preach.
This is you here. This is you here. I don't know why you keep claiming this one. This one is you here. Let's check from your biblical source. This is Bible study now. This is right here, Bible Gateway. It says, his descendants were spread abroad in many lands. From him and his brothers came all the nations of the earth. In the table of the nations, Ham is mentioned as the ancestor of the Egyptians and of the peoples who were under the control of Egypt in northeast Africa, Arabia, and Canaan, with the exception of Nimrod. Why do you keep talking about Shem and Japheth? Are you not the father of all the nations? Did they not come from you? Did you forget who you were? This is why I tell you, remember who you are and be an Asar. Read the book like you should. This is you. Africa. Arabia, your cousin. And the Canaanites, your cousin. Shem and Japheth took a robe and walking backward into the tent so they couldn't see their father's nakedness. We didn't move like that. We was all naked. We had a respect for each other's bodies. We weren't perverted. So we never had to worry about that type of thinking. Now, let's go further. This is the Shemites standing next to what you would call some Hamites. This is who you claim to be. This is the progeny here. These are the Hikakasut or the Shemites at that time. Now, I'm going to help you out tonight, right before I help the others out, just because you need to see it. These are Aamu. Amu. Here he is captive. There's 37 of them coming over. 10, 20, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is probably their leader. You see, he's got a little bit different garb on, and he's Hikakasut. He's a Hikakasut, and he's got an ibis with him, doesn't he? And he's next to his Egyptian brothers, our brothers here, right? Here they go, right here. We see our brother right here. He's a Sesh, probably named Ta Neferhotep. Ta Neferhetep. The Sesh right here, the brother, and he's holding this up, and what he has on this little paper says everything that's on the big scriptures up above. This is you. Do you see the difference between the two?
That's Lil Mike, and Big Mike.
Yeah. Busy. That's you. That's you. Let's go back to it in case we forget. Ham, under control of Egypt and Northeast Africa, Arabia, and Canaan. Cush, Egypt, Punt, and Canaan. Genesis 10:6. You keep claiming Shem and Japheth. Genesis 5:32. Is this you?
Stop
Is
turning
that
your
you?
goddamn back on Ethiopians. Stop turning your damn back on your people.
Is this you? You the Shemite? The Japheth? So now we gotta ask, we gotta know. So let's go forward, man. Seth is replacement. He's the replacement for what happened to a brother who got killed. For us, he's the embodiment of chaos. He's the embodiment of chaos. And so there's a difference between us and him. The name Seth holds significant meaning in Hebrew culture. You're not Hebrew. We just covered that according to your scripture and text. You come from Africa according to your scripture and your text. Noah, Abraham, and David, not you. Seth is the third son of Adam and Eve, and his descendants fulfill God's promise and covenants, including notable figures like Noah. Different God, different placement. Let's go further. Because a lot of you are hung up on scripture. If you hung up on scripture, Pharaoh got scripture too. It's where it originated from.
Uh-oh.
Romans 9:17. Scripture says to Pharaoh, I raised you up for this very purpose, that I might display my power in you, and that my name might be proclaimed in all the earth from you. That's God talking to the Nesut Biddy. That's God talking to the Nesut Biddy. Your God talking to him. Romans 9:17. Who'd he raise up? Pharaoh. This very purpose, that I might display my power in you, and that my name might be proclaimed in all the earth. That's the job of the Nesut Biddy. In case you forgot the initial role and what we say in our text concerning. Here go Pharaoh dream. This is him receiving revelation. And then he asked Joseph to interpret the dream. You'll notice the Hebrews do dirty stuff to the Egyptians all through this book. Joseph had a dream and no one can interpret it, but I've heard it said that you had a dream and you can interpret it. Joseph is like, I can't do that for you, but God will give Pharaoh the answer he desires. Supposedly plagues and some other stuff, right? The cows come up scrawny and stuff. All the stuff that the Egyptians give to the Hebrews do nothing but cause them problems and drama. Problems and drama. And you want to attach yourself to that for some reason. I have no idea why. I have no idea why. Pharaoh's looking out for them. Pharaoh looked out for Abraham. Y'all remember when he looked out for Abraham and Sarah? And what did Abram do? He lied and said, "That's not my sister. That's not my wife. It's my sister." And supposedly plagues hit him. Here it is. Here, Abram deceives Pharaoh. Genesis 12:10-20. It starts telling you he's a deceiver. Let's read his deception. Abram went to Egypt to stay a while because the famine was severe. When he was about to enter Egypt, Abram said to his wife, Sarai, "I know that you're a beautiful woman. When the Egyptians see you, they'll say, 'This is his wife.' Then they'll kill me, but let you live. Please say that you're my sister. Then everything will be all right for me. And because of you, I will live." Why are you coming in here lying, man?
Now look. If we was our cousins, you coming into the hood, you supposed to blend in. But now you know for a fact that you don't look like them. That's why you got this. You coming up with this weird ass scheme to stay alive.
Yeah.
You know you don't look like them. You know we blacked in the motherfucker. You bringing your little light skin there. You bringing your little Arab ass up. Bring your little Arab ass on the block like we don't see you, nigga. We see you, Arab.
No, it's all good. It's just tell them you're my sister because they're gonna holler at you.
So
Look
now,
at this.
so now you said you calling Africans horny. You calling Africans horny now.
Yeah. We look like jungle bunnies. You calling us jungle bunny. We didn't call you dust bunny. We gave you assistance. You call us jungle bunny. We didn't call you
Nigga,
dust
you
bunny.
needed us. You came to us for help.
Yeah.
You needed us. Remember that.
You didn't earn dust bunny till we kicked you up out of there because you lie. Look, when Pharaoh's officials saw her, they
Uncle
raved
Saul,
about her.
Uncle Saul, we got Uncle Hercules in the chat. He say, "Go deep on them, man. Go deep on them. Get deep on them."
I'm gonna put their arm behind their back today. When Pharaoh's officials saw her, they raved about her to Pharaoh. So Sarai was taken to Pharaoh's palace. Everything went well for Abram because of her. And he was given sheep, cattle, donkeys, male and female slaves, and camels. Look at Abraham accepting the slaves, no problem. Accepting the cattle and donkeys, no problem.
hold up, Uncle Saul. I gotta get him some criticism. Now look, our people, African people, we are bred to be loving. We are bred to be caring. We are bred to give a fuck. We bred to give a fuck about what's going on and to help out and take care of our own. Look at this shit. This damn Arab went to Egypt, nigga. We gave that nigga everything. We gave that nigga sheep, cattle, donkeys, goddamn slaves, and camels. Now, look at the other. If the situation was around, let's flip the situation around. You think you could go to the white? You think you could take your ass to Tomball? You think you could take your ass to goddamn England and come with them with a sob story? Nigga, you paying taxes on the donkey. Nigga, you paying taxes on the sheep.
You can't even get a good loan at the bank right now, and you got good credit.
And you better have some cracker credit. If you ain't got no cracker credit, nigga, they double taxing your ass, nigga.
You got to jump through hoops, loops, and they still won't give you the money that you need. You got to go through an independent. But when it comes to them, and that's one of our problems, we've been so loving for so long. For so long. You help everybody. I've done it. At some point in time, you got to take the hand back. You never built weapons of mass destruction on a big level. because you always felt the world was your child. But look how bad the child is acting.
Ooh, that's powerful, Uncle Ausar. That is powerful. That is powerful right there. I
Let's
like
read.
that. I'm clipping that.
However, the Lord struck Pharaoh and his household with terrible plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. Then Pharaoh called for Abram. What have you done to me? He asked. Why didn't you tell me that she's your wife? Why did you say she's my sister and allow me to take her for my wife? Here's your wife. Take her and go. Pharaoh gave his men orders concerning Abram. They sent Abram away with his wife and everything that he had. You came in broke, you left, you lied, and you left out better than ever. They
And
sent Abram away
why
with
is you
his
trying to
wife and
why if you knew once we didn't gave your ass the sheeps, the camels, the slaves, and the cattle, once we didn't gave you all of that, and you see me about to go in the room with your wife, why you ain't stop me then, nigga? Why you ain't
right,
stop me? But no, you want us to, you want to have a goddamn, or you trying to, what is that called when you give your wife to somebody? What is that called? You want to be a
swapping.
nigga. You want to
He a
swing,
swapper.
and we ain't swinging. We polygamous over here, and you trying to swing.
Swingers and swappers. Yeah.
We
Wife swap
polygamous
and
over
you
here,
swinging.
and you. I'm trying to take care of one of my wives, and you trying to swing, conniving, cracker.
Dirty. And you knew you was wrong. You knew you was wrong. Here's another case. Because we all know the story about Megiddo. We all know the story about Megiddo. You had the Asiatic send a letter to the Nahesi trader. I have Amosi and Kamosi busy with my troops in the north. Come meet us in the south and we'll crush him. This is a guy who gave you refuge in the country, in the town, gave you a city, let you grow thick, let you grow big, and then Asar Sepetys, who becomes Moses later, and the rest of those guys went in there. They was raping priests, kicking them out, taking gold, trying to hide in Avaris. That's the real story that we got on the walls. Then Amos marched up there, stomped you out, and said, here, we'll negotiate your move over to Jerusalem. We're afraid of the Syrians. It's okay. We have a treaty with them. You're going to be all right. You see this cylinder seal with this ankh on it? You'll be fine. But let's go into the story that you get in here,
That's
because
powerful.
it doesn't sound the same. And there's no primary resource for this one, but there's a primary resource for the story. It says, now when the people saw that Moses delayed coming down from the mountain, the people gathered together to Aaron and said to him, come make us Netcheru that shall go before us, for as far this Moses man who brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we don't know what has become of him. Notice how your men that lead are all Egyptian minded or Egyptian themselves. You rely on Egypt, even in your worst times, because Moses, according to Josephus, was a Sarsepetus because he got it from Manetho. Africanus and Eusebius back it as well. Don't they? So we know he's an Egyptian. We know Aaron is who he chose. He's an Egyptian too. This is important in a minute because what I told you earlier is remember who you are. Remember who we started this out with. We started out telling you that you're Ham from Northeast Africa. That's where you're at. Now, let's go further. Aaron said to them, break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, your sons, and your daughters, and bring them to me. So all the people broke off the golden earrings which were in their ears and brought them to Aaron. And he received the gold from their hand, and he fashioned it with an engraving tool and made a molded calf. He made an image of Haru. Then they said, this is your nature, O Israel, that brought you out of the land of Egypt. It's not the nature in physicality, it's the reminder of what nature is so that you stay in godly manner, which is why the statues become important, because Israel throughout this book forgot about God on too many occasions. You needed something to remind you of a guide. So when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it. And Aaron made a proclamation and said, tomorrow is a feast to the Lord. There's nothing wrong with that. Then they rose early on the next day, offered burnt offerings, brought peace offerings, and the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. That don't sound like a problem to me. That don't sound like a problem to me. And they knew what to do, which lets you know they're still Egyptian. Let's go further. Here comes Joshua. And it came to pass when all the kings of the Amorites, which were on the side of Jordan westward, and all the kings of the Canaanites, which were by the sea, heard the Lord had dried up the waters of Jordan, the children of Israel until were passed over. Their heart melted, neither was their spirit in them anymore because of the children of Israel, right? And so now, watch Joshua. Watch Joshua try to remove your Egyptianness. At that time, the Lord said unto Joshua, make these sharp knives and circumcise again the children of Israel a second time. As if in chapter 17 of the book of Coming Forth by Day, we didn't have you already do it the first time. And Joshua made him sharp knives and circumcised the children of Israel at the hill of the foreskins, or Gilgal, as they call it. And this is the cause why Joshua did circumcise. Here they go, trying to remove your blackness. All the people that came out of Egypt that were males, even all the men of war, died in the wilderness by the way after they came out of Egypt, supposedly. Let's see what it says in a few minutes. Now, all the people that came out were circumcised, but all the people that were born in the wilderness by the way as they came forth out of Egypt, them they had not circumcised. For the children of Israel walked 40 years in the wilderness till all the people that were men of war, which came out of Egypt, were consumed, because they obeyed not the voice of the Lord, unto whom the Lord sware, that he would not show them the land which the Lord sware unto their fathers, that he would give us a land that flowed with milk and honey. But didn't they just get negotiated over to that land with people with cylinder seals that had unks on them? So they already saw that land. This is a lie in text. It's a lie in the text, but no biggie. Let's keep going. And their children, so the Egyptians' men's children, whom he raised up in their stead from Joshua circumcised, for they were uncircumcised because they had not circumcised them by the way. And it came to pass when they had done circumcising all the people that they abode in their places in the camp till they were whole. And the Lord said unto Joshua, this day have I rolled away the reproach of Egypt from off of you, wherefore the name of the place is called Gilgal until this day. So now, these are children of Egyptians. And they already said the men of war. So we know their dads are Egyptians. So you think a circumcision, a little piece of cutting off your penis, is going to remove who you are? You're an Egyptian. There's nothing you can do about it. DNA wise, you continue to trace back to Africa till this day. I only know one of you who actually traces back to Israel. You are an Egyptian by birth, and you are Egyptian by parent. Don't tell me about your circumcision to remove your Egyptianness. It doesn't happen. You want to see how it doesn't happen? Joshua's the hero here, right? Watch this. Watch this. And this is just how funny it is. Joshua is an Egyptian. What do it say right there? And Joshua, the son of Nun. Who is Nun? Who is Nun in ancient Egypt? It says Joshua, the son of Nun. So don't tell me, no, I cut a little bit of my penis off. I'm no longer Egyptian. Your daddy's name is Nun. Your daddy's named after an Egyptian god. Here go Nun right here. Nu, watery one, or Nun, the inert one. You didn't know? In the story of Hatshepsut, it tells you Nun comes by, impregnate. Well, no, it says Amun impregnates the women. Right here, you got Nun. It's an Egyptian god. Joshua's dad is named after the Egyptian god, but he ain't no Egyptian. And Joshua, the son of Nun, called the priests and said unto them, take up the ark of the covenant and let 7 priests bear 7 trumpets of ram's horns. What you doing with ram's horns? That's Amun. You trying to be somebody else. Be yourself. That was the problem with the Hebrews in the first place. You're too busy trying to be somebody else, and it led to your destruction. It led us to this right here, didn't it? Isaiah 19. It led us to Isaiah 19, the burden of Egypt. See, they keep calling upon the curses, but the curses happen to Egypt. They keep calling about the hardships, but the hardship happened to Egypt. The Hebrews were always getting their way, getting something, getting the hookup. They just were hard-headed. You claim Egypt was hard-headed, little bit maybe, but the truth is the world got tired of them, and so they started to do stuff like sell out, like cut a piece of their penis off and call themselves Hebrews, knowing your dad and mama is an Egyptian. Knowing the original Christian school is sitting in Egypt, supposedly made by Mark and Origen, whose both his parents was Egyptian and pagan. He trying to preach against what brought him up as a good young man. You trying to identify yourself by some curse. You don't need that. You just need to claim your Africanity. Here they go dissing what you do. Egypt and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt at the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. You fight each other all the time now. That's really you. You be mad when the cop knock off one of us, which we should be, but you knock off more of you than anything. And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. Then we have East Coast versus West Coast, Biggie versus Tupac. You got Chicago versus everybody. You got, what are you doing? You don't know where you're going because you don't know what you're doing, and you're reading the wrong books. And you in this one and you don't even recognize who you are in the damn book. You're too busy trying to be Shem. And the spirit of Egypt shall fall in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts. That's what's happening to you right now. That's what's happening to you now. But hold up, he saved some redemption for you, didn't he? Didn't he? It's down here, isn't it? It says, in that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt. Because there's more destruction up here. One shall be called the city of destruction. It's more destruction up there. But here, let's get to it. It says, and the Lord shall be known to Egypt, and the Egyptians shall know the Lord in that day, and shall do sacrifice and oblation. They shall vow a vow unto the Lord and perform it. And the Lord shall smite Egypt. He shall smite and then heal it. And they shall return even to the Lord, and he shall be entreated to them and shall heal them. In that day shall there be a highway out of Egypt to Assyria, and the Assyrians shall come into Egypt, and the Egyptian into Assyria, and the Egyptians shall serve with the Assyrians. In that day shall Israel be third with Egypt and with Assyria, even a blessing in the midst of the land. You don't want to be third, but you keep claiming the third place. You keep claiming Israel for some reason. But whom the Lord of hosts shall bless, saying, blessed be Egypt, my people, and Assyria, the work of my hands, and Israel, mine inheritance. Egypt is his people. In that day, Israel shall be the third. You keep running for third place, knowing that Joshua's daddy's name is Nun. You're supposed to be thinking like this over here. Instead, you thinking like this over here. Get your mind right, man. Remember who you are, and be an Ausar. Ankwastajet, Anku Jaseneb. That's your teaching for this evening. Any questions will be accepted. Let's look in the chat.
Hey, they going in, Uncle Saw.
They gotta recognize, man. Recognize, man. Absolutely. Stated by Josephus, absolutely. Priest Onias erected it. That's right.
Let me drop that link in the chat, man. Nee Hawkins said, oh, let me read you this comment that he said up here. He said, peace to you, Uncle DMG. He said, all right, how you feel about this comment right here?
Let me okay, the burden of Egypt is based off the historical fact that in 664 BC, Egypt was no longer a superpower. Not quite. Egypt remained a superpower further out than that. It wasn't until after the Tier Wars, what you guys call the Punic Wars, took place, that Egypt lost its power. Remember, Greece and Rome were colonies of Egypt, so they were paying tribute. Once the Persians got in power, Darius the First, once Darius got in power and he tried to retrieve his taxes, they fought him and won. But then Hannibal Barca went over there and tore some stuff up, didn't he? He was like, y'all don't want to pay taxes, we're going to burn some stuff up. You see these elephants floating up? Yeah, we about to get busy. Oh, y'all brought tanks. Yeah, we tripping. and then they got their minds right. But then they got together, and then that's when your Punic Wars happened. What's up, baby boy?
Jose Francis.
What's
Hey,
up? What's up?
Zeta. What's up, Zeta?
Yeah, man. That was a good presentation, man.
Little
They're
Bible
not
study
gonna
for him
listen to it,
today.
right?
Little
They're still
Bible study.
because they don't read the original text.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know how we do it.
But
It's
I
my
heard
brother Jose.
I heard you say something earlier about the Hyksos. You use the word captive for the figure, and I think you have to be careful and explain what you mean when you say that, because they're gonna think that you're talking about them coming in as captive, and that's not what you mean.
Jose want to see that picture from earlier today. Let me pull it up for
But,
you.
but you have to
I tried
explain.
to get you in the show for some reason. The link didn't work. What's up, baby boy? That's trash. You don't want to be in there.
Yeah, but you have to explain to them when you say that it doesn't
Don't do that.
captive. It means that they saw them as submissive to the Kemetic people that were dragged in as captives. So you have to explain that to people because they're going to take it the wrong way because they don't understand that that is how they represented them. Period. That is how they saw them. So you have to explain that, huh?
You
So
want me to show it to him? Is what you're telling me, huh?
that again?
Hold up, I'll show it to him. Get out of there. That's nasty. You silly man. My grandson over here doing the most. Where is the Pharaoh? And will one return? Well, where is Jesus? Will he return? Will Jesus return?
Well, you had to come first to return, right? If you didn't
Yeah,
come
we
to,
got kings in Egypt still. You know what I'm saying? They just a different culture now. Because being a stop. Being a Shemsu is not of just a cultural thing. Remember, Shemsu was for the world. That's why Greeks and Romans got indoctrinated. That's why other Egyptians and other Africans indoctrinated themselves into it. Because that code of ethics brought you your most glory and had the earth the most peaceful on the planet, according to Iambiculus and others. Boy, you stinking. You need to change your diaper. Let me share this for my brother. Let me share this. Even our Hickokah suit. Let me show y'all something, man. We helping the Hebrews out after the debacle from our brother Yara the other night, right? This is the Hickokah suit as you know them. This is the Hickokah suit as you his diaper. He need to change his diaper. Go change your diaper, baby boy. These are the Hicks that you know, right? The Amu that you know. Go listen to Grammy. Go listen to Grammy.
right?
Well,
But
go listen to Grammy. I'll
as
be in here to play with
someone,
you shortly. Don't beat him on this song.
Now,
Listen to Grammy. I'll be in there in a minute.
go. Get it.
I'll be in there in a minute, okay? My mind. I'll be in there in a minute. We'll do all of that. All right.
Go.
Here we go.
Hey, Uncle Lasar, Jose was trying to ask you a question, I believe.
Oh, go ahead, brother Zay.
you have to explain to them.
Well, this is the Hyksos as you know them. But when you get in a position like Yara and other people, and you say you make the statement. Remember, he made the statement. He said they look just like the Egyptians. They was black like the Egyptians. That's true. But if you don't show them, how are the people going to know? How are the people going to know? So here's Paheka Amen. His real name is Beni Yah, son of Yah. Right? Here's his name in the corners. Paheka Men. Paheka Amen. And here he is. This is his real tomb. This, you see the people in it. You see what's going on. That's you. You keep claiming all this other stuff. There's a few sprinkled around. Here goes one. Pa Heka Amen, right? Let me give you another because Hikakasu, like I said, you always think of the Hikakasu. When you think of them, you think of this. But let me show you one of their kings. Let me show you a king of the Hikakasu. See, y'all never seen this. This is his coffin. This is the Hikakasu's coffin. This is Yehudia, the pottery coffin of men. This is men right here. You see, he kind of look like Heinz Ward. He got that Asiatic black mix, don't he? He ready to catch the football. And he got the colors on. He got the yellow and black all over the coffin. He a Steeler. He a Steeler, and y'all didn't even know it.
He's still an Egyptian.
Yes.
Don't play
The
with him.
circumcision didn't make a difference, did it? On the Mount of Gilgal. So then we just read it a little bit. It's okay because we can read it, right? Nebet, Nefer, we know it's his right here. In Su, blah, 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 blah. In Ka, in Men. In for Ka, spirit, in of men, his name. And there he go, around the coffin. Here go again. DF giving what? Apeju, cattle, fish. He's getting all this good stuff over here. This is what you give to your ancestor. DF giving
Uncle Ausar, you got another comment on the screen.
Hold on, we're gonna get to that. Paret Karu, he's getting all the good stuff, and then here goes his name in Ka in Men, for the spirit of men. Who is men? Yeah, for men right there. The Steeler. Men from the Steelers. And guess who? Nebet Het, right next to him. The Netcharet is right next to him. Because they was all about that Seti worship. But that's him. So when you're struggling in your debate, but see, they're black, and I'm just trying to. Well, how can you prove? Ryan was over there just talking to our big brother Elder Yara. I know that you think because you're black and that you're a Hebrew Israelite. And here's the thing: can you really prove such a thing? Do you really have evidence of that? And y'all, no, see, we're black. Would prove it then? Pull up a coffin for him. This the coffin, B. We go right into the coffin. All right, let me look at the comment from my brother. So a pharaoh will rise when black people wake up to an Egyptian identity. No, we move a little differently. We move a little differently. A Nisu Bidi is not necessary because when the Nisu Bidi fell down, it was the priest that realigned the people and brought them back. Remember, Errrday brought the people back. He said, Darius, we know your people ain't smart as us. If you want us to show you how to be doctors and lawyers, you will start to give tributes back to the per.
I don't know what's going on with your mic, Jose Francis. You probably gotta click on your noise cancellation or something, background cancellation.
Yeah. So that's what we're talking about right there. You understand? Just that quick. We don't need to look for in the soup biddy. The priest will bring it back. But when you see it, align with Ma'at. That's why the term is Shemsu, for follower. We follow the ways of the Netcharu so that we can be better. Why? Because they had the best ethics. It doesn't mean go live in a cave like some dumb people think. It does. No, start using. No. It means get pure. Clean that mouth out. Use that baking soda. That's what they was making is toothpaste. Then they say, I'm pure, I'm Wab. And then we start to do our prayer and we start to move. But it's not just in faith, it's an actual movement. You got to be able to move the people, get up and know what to do and where to go and how it needs to be done. And you need this pure heart when you do these things. If you're not Wab, you're just going to make the people sob. You got to remember who you are so you can move like an Ausar. Then you can do as a Heru. But until you get those things together, you won't do better. That's why you keep reading the book wrong. You're going to go cut a piece of your penis off and you're going to start calling yourself a Shemite. That's what you're going to do. You're going to rename a hill. You're going to get together with a bunch of your buddies on the hill. Let's do the circumcision. Now we're Hebrews. And no, ain't got nothing to do with you over there. You're reading the book wrong. You Northeast Africa in the book. You Kush, you Punt in the book. The Southern Sudanese in the book. You trying to do all this other weird stuff. No wonder the weird stuff that happened to them keep happening to you. But when you read the book correctly, you see who the curses hit. How you going to identify with curses that didn't happen to you? It happened to Egypt.
Hey, Uncle Assault.
Yes, sir.
On that the hieroglyph that you had showed, you said his name was son of Ra, son of Yah.
Yeah, Beni Yah.
All right, who is Yah?
Yah is the god of the Sheshu Yahu at the time. Yah becomes later the Israelite God. When he
All right,
died, he had a choice. He could have took his Israeli name, or he could have took his Egyptian name. He chose to keep his Egyptian name. But his real name is Beni Yah, son of Yah, because they're foreigners coming in.
oh, okay. So you said he was the Yah was the name of the God for who?
The Seshu Yahu.
All right, who is that?
The Seshu at the time are nomads who don't live in Israel,
Coming from
who
that back
don't
desert?
even live in that direction. Yeah, they're like in the desert.
Gotcha.
So Beni Yah, who I always show, I'm like, this is really your first proto Hebrew. Hebrew, not a Piru, because if you're an Apiru, you're not a Shasu Yahu. And this is the problem. You have to pick and choose who you would like to be, right? So if I'm an Apiru didn't even live in that area. In fact, a group with a totally different name is in that area at the time. And they're also Shasu. But the Shasu Yahu are captive by Ramesu, the second or third. Yah, moon god of Egypt. Yes, that's the earliest format of Yah. Yes. But you also see the Shasu Yahu captive on the walls. Let me see if I could pull one up for. Let me see if I can pull up a
So the
shot.
Shashu Yahu is who the Hebrew Israelites try to cling on to.
Yes. And let's look at them for a minute, right? Let's just pull up some and look at some.
Are those Canaanites yet or not yet?
Well, Kananu are another form of group. They're another form. They're another group. So they don't even like to claim Canaan, but that's where El come from. So here go your Shasu Yahu right there. That's the homie.
All you niggas that want to be Arabs, all you niggas that say you worship Yah, Yahweh, Shabbat, Galiyah, all you niggas say you worship Yahweh. It's for all you Yahweh worshipers, nigga. You look like that. You look like that. Zawi Hawaz, goddamn Scorpion King. Get your all right now. That's what you look like. Cut it out.
That's your cousin. That's your ancestor, huh? And so we go. There's another pic. Let me see if I can get the one where they captive. I believe the captive one is on here. Oh, there you go again. See, his arms are bound. See, he got the thing on his neck.
The Asiatic Indo-European.
He done dye blinded his hair. Shasu prisoner depicted on Ramses III at the Medinet Habu, right? There goes some more. Let me see, because the one I want, give me the one I want. Let me see.
So all you niggas that wanna be, oh Yah is the name of my God. It's Yahweh. It's Yahweh Shabbat Dagara.
He said, yeah, dagger. So so here we can see the name. This is the Yah Shasu Yahu. And we know it says that because it's here. It says Shah. Here's the Su plant and the quail chick. Su. Here's our two reed leaves. Yeah. Here's our house. Huh. And here goes ooh. These two.
Hey,
Shah
hey, hey,
Su Yahu.
hey. So this comment right here. Do you accept Jabari as a Kemetic priest? Yes, because you accept Uncle Ray Ray as a pastor.
Yeah. Why
You
wouldn't he be?
accept Uncle John. Uncle John got a church, so
Yeah.
Jabari can't have a church.
Yeah. He's
He
a Shriner.
practicing African tradition.
You know, I did a show. Shout out to my brother Rob Bourne and to his homie Garfield on the show. Cause the challenge was ain't no Ausar on the boats, he was saying. I show you about 37 Ausars that got off the boat. Some spelled like my name, some spelled Asar. They got off the boat. Because you don't know about the middle passage, where they take people from Egypt, they take people from Somalia. It's when the Arabs got into the transatlantic slave trade instead of the trans-Saharan, because the trans-Saharan had stopped, but the transatlantic continued. And so they take them through that middle passage. They took them around South Africa, where we have some of the weights and parts of the boat that crashed on the rocks. And we've got a full explanation of what happened as they came around and they were trying to save the cargo, which were the people, and they couldn't save many. Your ancestors in action. That's why a lot of Somalis look Ethiopian and Egyptian in the face, because that's where they came from. Dominicans too. Because there's nothing that really separates the Dominican and the Haitian, other than the Dominicans didn't want to fight, so the Haitians pushed them to the other side of the island. Then separation takes place. This is Dominica. This is Haiti. This is Zopound. This is whatever over here. Y'all know how it moves. History is important. It's important.
G'd up. All right, Nee Hawkins says Shashu just means Bedouin. How you feel about that?
Shasu means Bedouin and foreigner, if you will. And when they label you Shasu, that means that you're not of Egypt. You're a foreigner.
All right, Courtney says Shashu are Levantine Seers.
Some of them are on Levantine, some of them are not. So there's different types of Shasu, if you didn't know, right? So if you're making the mistake of trying to label or lace all the Shasu in one filter, you'd be wrong.
You gotta listen to that Shashu and then that word at the end, right?
Yep, that's going to tell you. You got Shasu Reuben, you got Shasu Yahweh, you got Shasu this, Shasu that. There's all types of Shasu. The only thing that there's even Shasu Nehesi. So that's how you know when you say that, if you try to lace them, you messed up. You messed up. So you got Shasu Kananu, which is the Canaanites, Shasu Yahweh, Shasu Mesha, or on the Mesha Stela. You've got Shasu Reuben, Shasu Apiru, Shasu Irsu, Shasu Iya, Shasu Shutu. There's
Hey,
a lot of Shasu.
Uncle Asar. why we don't have the DNA for Ramses? I mean, my bad. Why we don't have the DNA for Norman?
I don't know if we've got Norma's body. So, you know, you can't get DNA for a body you don't have.
All right.
You,
What about the So Norman didn't have a tomb. No, his body wasn't in his
yeah,
burial
not
site.
all the bodies were in the tomb. A lot of times, because of theft, late in Egyptian times, you would see them start to move the bodies from locations, and you might find 10 kings in a cache of some peasant. Recently, they found 700 Greek bodies dumped in a desert pit, but we see they tried to take one of the bodies and make it a king. But we know that's from the Ptolemaic era, but because the sand preserves you as if you were mummified, because they weren't mummified, they just threw them in the pit. It tends to, it's real easy to try to say, oh, see, here's the king. And then we like, I don't know where you got that mummy from. We not,
So, so you think if we was to have the DNA from the first pre-dynastic and the first three dynasties, you would think the argument would be open and shut if we had the DNA from the first three dynasties and pre-dynastic dynasties.
Oh yeah, it'd be over. Like if you had the DNA from Dynasty Zero, it's a bunch of Nubian kings. What you gonna do?
So
But you go, it's over.
this is my next question. This is my next question. Do you think science is holding that back? You think Egyptology is holding that back?
Egyptology is holding it back. Science actually declares a few things on it. Like you'll get couple cats that be trying to lie and tell stories, but if I read this ancient DNA, Green Sahara reveals uh, uh sub-Saharan African lineage, which is from the DNA test that they took. It's over. It's over because it says right here the Takakori individual's ancestry stems from a previously unknown North African genetic lineage that diverged from sub Saharan African lineages around the same time as present day humans outside of Africa and remained isolated throughout most of its existence. That statement alone would end their discussion. Remember the Takar the Takar the Takakori rock shelter in southwestern Libya, where you see the Africans on the monuments. Some of it's the cave of swimmers and all that stuff. These are the Tibu Libyans. These are your black Libyans, your original Libyans, those who helped in starting ancient Egypt. So it's over. It's not like it's even a guess. Remember when they say they're Zahi Hawass says they're black, but they're white. So who is he talking about when he makes this
Black.
statement?
He say
Yeah.
they're black, but they're not Negroid.
Yeah, they're not nigger, he said. And so he's talking about the Nubians, the Maasai, the Ethiopians, the Tibu. He's talking about the black people that are right there. He's talking about the ancient Beja, clearly black.
Do
I
you
saw,
think? Hey, my bad. Go ahead, Jose. My
I
bad.
saw. Let me ask you a question. You ever
Yes, sir.
notice, right? They when they say modern Egyptians, they only refer to the Arab. So by them saying that, what are they saying about the black people that live there in Egypt?
They're saying modern Egyptians, and in the study that they keep trying to use, they compare them to the Ptolemaic and Roman era. So
No, but
this
listen
is
what I'm
the
saying.
problem, right?
Nah. Hey,
Cat, uh-huh.
Assault.
But what I'm saying is this,
He's
Asar.
saying when they say modern Egyptians, they talking about Arabs. He's saying
They're
Yeah,
black.
not referring to
Is
the
that
black people that's
doing a
modern.
disservice? Is that doing a disservice to the black Egyptians that's still there today?
yes,
No,
because you're
no,
saying as if they don't live there, and you're saying as if these modern Egyptians were the ancients. And
no.
They're not.
What I'm saying, Ausar, is they acknowledge it without acknowledging that those people are not modern. They are the original people. They
That's
don't
what I
call
just
them
said.
not modern.
That's what I just said. They're saying that the moderns are the originals. So when I said that, that's exactly what we're discussing. They're saying that the modern Egyptians are the ancient Egyptians, and when you make that mistake, especially when you went to like the new study that everybody keeps raving about is, oh, see, we got this cemetery. The cemetery is a Roman and Greek cemetery, like I just pointed out, and it covers. It tells you in the article it covers the Ptolemaic period of Egypt. Well, guess who's ruling the Ptolemaic period? Greeks. That's the 30th dynasty. Who cares? Has nothing to do with the late and even it definitely doesn't touch the early dynastic. It doesn't even touch the late dynastic era so much
I
because
think
it's
when I
not
was
covering
talking
the
to,
Persians.
I think
Oh,
when
go
I
ahead.
was talking to Uncle Reggie, I think when I was talking to Uncle Reggie, he said the Arabs, you start seeing them around the 12th, 13th, 14th dynasty. Is that correct?
Yep, 12th and 13th, and you start to get their kings around the 15th, right? So you really start to see them. So during let me see if I got Manito still up. Is that
So,
Manito?
so for
Here go
the so
Manito
for
right
the
here. We
for
just
the
do it just
brothers,
like
so
this.
for the brothers that look like us, for the brothers that look like us that hate themselves, would you find an Asiatic pharaoh in Egypt during a dynasty before the 10th dynasty? So any the 8th, ninth, 7th, is it an Asiatic pharaoh in Egypt?
Only during like the 12th, that's when you start to see him. And you seen the one that came in there, he looked like Heinz Ward.
All right, so let me say. All right, all the single during the single digit dynasties, in Egypt, there is no Asiatic pharaoh.
Not that I can remember. Not
Okay,
that I can remember.
that's
We start to
argument
get
case closed.
yeah.
That's
We
argument case closed right there.
But
we
you know
start to
what?
get Hikaka suit, and if you have one, you're only gonna see the like maybe the one. Now, say I got this one, and then he doesn't look like any of these other ones,
But you
and
but
then go ahead.
Ausar, you know what's so interesting? The the pictures that they drew was so prolific. You could compare them to the people there now and show that they look exactly alike. The only thing better is if you went back with an iPhone and took a picture.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They look exactly like those black people.
and
They
you
look
and they
exactly
look like us. Like you got
exactly
men look like KRS One.
right.
Akhenaten looking like Jay-Z.
But
Hey,
then we
Uncle Asar,
Ausar looking like me. Look.
I, Uncle Asar, I don't remember. I don't remember where I heard this from, but is it true that when you go to the popular places, the tourist spots in Egypt, the black people are like like not there, like they like marginalized.
Yeah, and there's like depending on the questions that we ask, if there's Arab guards like the government there, sometimes they'll tend to press them like you better not say this on camera. You know what I'm saying? So in order to get certain information, you got to dish a little money, and you don't want to put him in the spot because he's risking his life. You know, he might go around the corner and disappear. So the things that we ask them, we have to be very careful about. And but when I'm out there, for them it was surprise. They like, yo, they was look because when you see me, I look like I'm from the hood, right? I couldn't shake that. I'm 50. I look like I'm from the hood. You like, oh, he's hood. And when they saw me, they was so surprised, and like the guards in the airport got excited to see me. Like, yeah, like hip hop walked in the building. You understand? So that's what it was, and that's what it is generally. So when you get out there, there, like I said, the conversations I was having, some dude just randomly start talking at the museum. He's like, "You know, you guys were powerful. You had it all. You had it all, and then you fell. It's because of Allah." And I said, "Well, you guys had it all too, but the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said you will be weak like the foam on the river. And when the United States and these European countries attack you, don't you feel weak like the foam on the river?" And he started looking. I said, "Exactly. See, I said, you're not on top neither. Right now, we subject to things that could happen. We subject to situations, and the thinking should be respect. And if you truly respect each other, then we can really build the earth the way it needs to be. Ma'at needs to be brought back."
He was trying to act like the white man ain't on his neck either.
Yeah. I'm like, you said you do understand everywhere we go is a checkpoint and somebody got a Gucci on their face and an AK in their hand because y'all just went to war. You're just getting back on, just getting together. You're built off tourism. Watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Watch your mouth.
You built off somebody. You built off tourism off of somebody else's history. Watch your fucking mouth.
Don't claim it, don't want to be it, and none of your ancestral background leads you to it. It all says the opposite. When you're about to go to the masjid and discuss tearing down the pyramids because you feel a certain way while you're there. Crazy.
But you know what's interesting, Ausar? They talk about how the Nubians in Egypt have crocodiles in their living quarters. Did you see that when you went there?
Yeah.
They keep crocodiles.
And the Hesse is so cool. My brother Akmenu Sabenu, he was over there, and they riding on the back of the alligators' backs, yo. I never seen nothing like that before, but I said, yo, and he got it live on the video. The kids is on the back of the alley. I'm like, yo, that is bugged out.
Yeah. They keep them in there. What they do, like they keep them in the living quarters with the gate over it.
Yeah.
You see them with like the baby, like the baby crocodiles, the alligators.
Yeah.
And they even have, and the houses even have like the blue and white color too.
Oh yeah. The Nubian houses are dope because they're still made of mud brick, a lot of them, and they still do it from scratch. A lot of stuff. They let that mud brick harden. They paint over the top of it. They got some. They use the stuff like stucco and all that, like we do. But when they do it natural and original like that, it's just so authentic. It's gorgeous.
They got that flavor.
Yeah,
do they still
it's
speak
got
the
that real
language?
flavor. Huh?
Do they speak the language? Can they read the glyphs, or they can't read the glyphs anymore?
Some of them can. I know I read better than everybody in the museum, though. I read better pretty much than everybody in the museum. My partner Muhammad Gabber, me and him was breaking the wall down.
But those are Arabs you talk.
Yeah. Zahi Hawas's assistant came over there while I was breaking the wall down. Because they wanted to see as well. So it was on.
That's them goddamn Arabs' third language, nigga. They learning Arabic, nigga. Then they learning English for the tourists, and then they learn a little bit of metaneta, nigga. They basic metaneta because that ain't their history.
Yeah, they keep books to remind them. And see, somebody said Arabs are E1B1B, but it comes from an African DNA pool. Well, that's African DNA pool before that. Then they get it because you are the creator of that particular human. So yeah, when we start to go to the pools of DNA, matter of fact, let me see if I could pull up Gunther Dacker's DNA real quick.
Crazy.
we hear you, Jose.
I think they playing a racist game with that North African DNA shit. I think
It is. It is. And trying to, the Bayesian Eurasian is the Asian of the state. No, stop it. No one's going for that. No,
Every time I hear Basil, every time I hear Basil, I think of an African that they scared to get a credit to.
basically, basically, because and there's so many cultural relationships between the Africans that are in that area. Like the Maasai used to be up there. They had a war with the Somali, which is how you get the Ausar clan in the first place. And we call it Seshu Ma'ani Medunecha, and the Maasai speak the Ma'a language. And the mythos for the Maasai is the Necha Kop, like Necha Kapara. The Necha Kop is high on his mountain, sending cattle down to the
Is the
people.
is the is the Bantu mythos that they come from Egypt?
I believe that Bantu go up there. Like, for instance, you've got Khoi, which is called Kasut. But when you look at the bodies, it's a bunch of Twas and Khois. So if you got Khoi people over there, you know what? Guess what we're talking about? When we talk about how Japan becomes Japan, we talk about the Khoi being the first Asiatics. And then we look at their eye because they have that eye. And then here when we go, let's look at this here. Let's look at the DNA from Gunther Dacker, since they always they like to talk about the DNA. But let's look at the DNA. DNA studies ancient Egyptian mummies show more affinities to Africans than others. And modern Egyptians are not identical to the ancients, but cluster with Middle Easterners, reflecting admixture with foreigners such as Arabs. Crania of widely used late period data tests show foreign influence and are not typical Egyptian series. So you can see here the highest average from Thuya, Yuya, KV35EL, another mummy, Amenhotep III, who is Akhenaten's dad and King Tut's granddaddy, KV55, KV35YL, and King Tut. They match South African DNA the most. They match the African Great Lakes second most. Tropical West Africans third. The Horn of Africa Sahelian fourth. Then we start to get into your Levantine, your Aegean, your Arabian, your Northwest European, your Mediterranean, even your North African, and your Mesopotamian.
That's why I say they being racist with their North African DNA word. Cause look where it's at. Them fucking Arabs.
Yes. And so they don't tend to know what they're talking about. And when we start to go, where's is this the one with the E1B1?
All right, hold up, Uncle Saw. Hold up, Uncle Saw. On that graph that you showed before that with Thuya, Yuya, and Tut and all of that. Can you go back to that? All right.
Right
So
here.
you know they're gonna say, Egyptians. You know they're gonna say Africans. Wow, they Africa so big, they not gonna travel from South Africa to North Africa. How you respond to that, Uncle Saw?
I mean, that's kind of the dumbest statement ever. We've got wells with water that were built that go over to West Africa and that go from East Africa over to West Africa through the southern and over to the Nigerian area. So that's one thing. The other thing is we got Senuseret or Sinwasret, if you will, who made the travel a long time ago. The other thing is that how did you get the papyrus from East Africa over to Chad? The other thing is that the other thing is that you have words like Isangoma, which is priest. It starts in South Africa, and makes its way all the way from South Africa, because it's a Zulu word, all the way to West Africa and parts of East Africa and in the Congo. So them claiming that Africans didn't travel Africa is another stupid thing that has no scientific base, and all science points to other than that.
Yeah, this is science right here, and it's definitely saying Thuya, Yuya, Amenhotep III, and Tut share the greatest affinity with Southern Africa, and these are Egyptians.
So knock it off. Knock it off. And that's my point. These guys run around with fake news. You could fake news all day, but when that science come out, it's a wrap. It's a
I
wrap.
still I still believe science is holding back on pre-dynastic and early dynasty DNA, whether it's Egyptology, force in the hand, or it's they feel like crackers ain't ready for it yet. They feel like Arabs ain't ready for it yet. Because if it come out that the first 10 dynasties, if it come out that the first 10 dynasties was black African, then we need our shit back. So we
Yeah,
get so we talking about reparations in America. We're talking about reparations in America and on the whole other side of the world.
yeah. And it starts with people like Ibrahim Torre, right? Who now you looking at him, you want to attack Ibrahim Torre because him and three other countries, Burkina Faso, Benin, and the other country, they're looking to unite their African CD to make it more powerful. You're starting to look at a United States of Africa. And then, of course, you want to stop that. But if you black in the army and you go over there and you fight against your own, man, you're not getting those. If you white in the army and you go over there and you fighting against us over there, we not celebrating you when you come back. You think the blacks that came back after World War II got disrespected. You come back after doing that, watch how we treat you. Watch how we treat you. Call you a traitor to your culture. And you not US representing that because they ain't Native Americans. They're European Americans making a decision about black African situations, and we African Americans. So you going against what we want. So watch how we treat you. You disrespect the culture like that.
And all you goofy niggas gotta do is go take a DNA test. Take a DNA test when Kim got your kid and you don't want to be put on child support, you take the DNA test, goddamn me, when you as soon as you get locked up and gets done to state prison, you take a damn DNA test. So nigga, take a DNA test to find out who the fuck you is.
I did it.
Stop claiming Shashu Yahweh.
Yeah.
Yahoo.
Because that ain't you in the book. You're reading it from the wrong perspective. All you got to do is read it from the right perspective. It's going to put you on point. You're going to know who you are. Oh man, I can't. I got to be a Hebrew. For what? For what? Them dudes is in there doing crazy stuff. The little girls in that book, all types of stuff.
Remember, every time they mentioned Egypt, it was in a jealous way in the Bible. They needed Egypt help. Egypt didn't need motherfucking Hebrews help. These motherfuckers going into famines. Nigga, God, Egypt doing so well, God trying to curse Egypt, nigga.
Yeah.
You niggas getting help with the referees. Nigga, Egypt is getting an unfair fight.
Well, see, we're cursed. That's how I know it's what you mean that happened in Egypt. What you talking about? That happened. That's Egyptian, and we don't run around trying to identify with that. That's just what happened. That's what it is. So y'all really got to get in tune with who you are in the book. running around here trying to be Shemites, and you black as ever. How did that happen? How did that happen?
Just remember, Ham, Ethiopia, and Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Ethiopia and Egypt. All the early historians and all the crackers, Josephus and all the early crackers said the Ethiopians look just like the Egyptians. The only thing distinguished they ass was niggas. As soon as they cracked foot into Africa, Egypt was right there. They had to go a little bit further. Them crackers was lazy. They didn't have no horse and carriage. They stopped into Egypt and say, all right, we gonna dock right here. They got everything right here. This Walmart. Crackers ain't never seen Walmart till they got to Egypt.
Yeah, y'all running around bugging out. Pharaoh got revelation too. But he changed his heart. Whatever. Not according to the primary resources. Not according to the real story.
We know what story you talking about, nigga, but it didn't go like that. We got the facts on the wall. And we can tell you who your daddy is. It's on the wall.
That's right. Burkina Faso forever. Red, yellow, green. Y'all know what it is when you already know.
Hey, Uncle Ausar, I appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying? We definitely learned something today. We can go and close out right here. Go and get the people some knowledge and information and motivation.
Oh, let's hit them with a track. I can hit them with a track. We playing music. Let me see which track we gonna hit them with. Let me see. I heard somebody diss me musically the other day. Let me see what's up. Let me share my joint real quick. I heard those.
Uncle Saul got MC.
I heard they was trying to diss, like they forgot I was in the music game before. Like we, where my joint at? Where my right here, Docs? Let's go.
Ausar MK. Every bar. They mad cause we proving Egypt black. Now it's time for the Kemet to strike back. Judah and Lex, you ain't like that. Now it's time for the Kemet to strike back. Heard your information in this way. Watch us all MK refute that. Judah and Lex, you ain't like that. After this message, we'll be right back. When the suckers gather round, it's about that time. Lil Lex trying to flex, you done lost your mind. Heard Judah was a shooter in them Cleveland streets. Boy, better beat your feet. Let's get it first, you got dirty works. Caught in a scam trying to cheat the church. That preacher tried to kill him, it's a well-known fact. That's when he started saying, Kemet is black. Next thing you know, he popped up in Atlanta with a homeless dude trying to give him banana. Shocked to his soul, you was caught on live. He said, it had to hurt your pride. Right afterwards, you tried to diss the elder. Yeah, the incident with Sinetta. Your lawsuit didn't go according to plan. Then you tried to get him with an internet ban. Heard Rob Bourne slammed you and then you ran. No wonder Lex doesn't have a leg to stand on. Cause we proving Egypt black. Now it's time for the Kemet to strike back. Judah and Lex, you ain't like that. Now it's time for the Kemet to strike back. Heard your information in this way. Watch us all MK refute that. Judah and Lex, you ain't like that. After this message, we'll be right back. They mad cause we proving Egypt black. Now it's time for the Kemet to strike back. Judah and Lex, you ain't like that. Now it's time for the Kemet to strike back. Heard your information in this way. Watch us all MK refute that. Judah and Lex, you ain't like that. After this message, we'll be right back. Judah, you next with the Torah Knights. Sissy boys tugging on each other's pipes. Nah, that's not it. How you black power chilling with a Chinese chick? Ran out of Cleveland by gangsters, man. Next thing you know, we popped up in Japan. Thinking that he's strong, trying to flex all night. Buy the right size shirt, boy, your chest look tight. Took an L trying to battle me in a debate. That's probably the reason why I left the States. Or could you be embarrassed about chasing Dookie when the demon whispered to you, give me some boy coochie? Lightning might strike this song because you a white naggy watching boy porn. He'll deny it like a couple years ago. Hey yo, Yara, you still got that video? They mad cause we proving each other black. Now it's time for the Kimmy to strike back. Junior and Lex, you ain't like that. Now it's time for the Kimmy to strike back. Heard your information in this way.
Hey yeah.
They know what it is.
Hey,
They know what it is.
It is. It is, man. I heard. Okay, we got the fire emojis in this bitch. Okay, I heard Zion Lex catch a 30 clip. You said the nigga was asking for bananas. God damn. I heard. Judah Nash and the whole tour of Nights caught a 30 clip. Hey, I'm gonna just say this. I don't know if this was. I don't know if we broke a record. I don't know if we just broke Uncle Ausar and Car's record, but he just did Zion Lex in depth.
Not my man Zion, but
my bad.
Lex Vortex.
Lex Vortex. My bad. Lex Vortex. My bad. Lex Vortex and Judah Nash. So hey, Judah Nash, man, look like they said you ran from King Seth. JJ at your neck, and look like Ansari Carr just opened up the flood. You like Ansari Carr. He just opened up the flood. I think it's that was hard, Uncle Assault. That was hard. Lex Vortex might sue you after this. Judah Nash gonna make 3 videos after this. You know, he had a time difference, so he gonna go live. He gonna go live while we sleep. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna wake up, he hollering at the
a bunch of Kimmy.
How you so black with a Asian? How old is that?
I just did it last month. I did it in like an hour.
I think we just broke it. Judah Nash, make your videos while we sleep. Lex Vortex, man, nigga said you popped up in Atlanta with a homeless group after you tried to start a church. Goddamn, Lex, what the hell? All right, Lex. Lex. We're gonna put you on that radar.
And real stories get to coming out.
Hey man, like I said, Uncle Saw, appreciate you popping up. Appreciate you dropping that knowledge, man. We about to get up out of here. Everybody, like, share, and subscribe. If you're tired of wearing clothes that ain't got no brand on it, if you're tired of wearing the goofy clothes that you can't see, when you cop some Pine Club, when you cop some goddamn Pine Club, it help you pull a girlfriend. It help you pull the love of your life. When you buy some Pine Club, you pass your tests in college. You just wear this hoodie to school, to class, make all A's. A's and B's. You cop you a Pine Club shirt, the confidence. You get the confidence. When you cop some Pine Club pants, the confidence. You ready to go do a video shoot. You ain't even a motherfucking rapper. You ready to go rap because you rocking Pine Club. So yeah, we out of here.